What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So we're going to talk about Shiba Inu in this video and how I plan to turn $3,000, maybe a little over $3,000, into $36 million. And that may sound like a lot. It may sound like a ridiculous number, but this is exactly how I'm going to do it. So if you guys want to follow along, we're going to have that closer to the end of the video. We will go through exactly where Shiba Inu is right now, but it's all related to Shiba Inu and exactly how I'm going to decide to sell my Shiba Inu throughout time. So you're going to go through a full plan to understand exactly what I'm going to do. And obviously, there's going to be things that come along that probably don't really push it the way that I think it's going to go every single time. So things are going to get skewed and messed up. But this is where my plan is right now. So if you guys want all that information, feel free to watch the whole video. Hit the like button on this video. Also hit the subscribe button somewhere throughout the video if you guys are interested in more of this content to see where it goes. Also, check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel quite a bit. But I think this is going to be exciting to be able to go through kind of my exit strategy and just understand what's going to happen in the long run and what I believe will happen, in the long run and why I think it will happen. So let's go ahead and look at Shiba Inu's price right now. We're going to see Shiba Inu up about 4%. It's currently at 0.00003125. It did rise to about 32, almost 33. I actually hit 33. But low 33s before you seeing it decrease again down to about 32, 31, and leveling out at this 31 area, right? 3100 area. You can see that the buying activity is way higher than the selling activity. We're seeing 61% buy versus 39% sell. Popularity is still around 11th. We do see 61 days of typical hold time, which that consistently goes up. People are holding this for longer and longer. You can also see the circulating supply is around the same, and the volume is at 1.6 billion, up about 6%. That doesn't really mean much because you can have negative or positive volume and it goes into exactly what people are doing with it. However, it is great to have a ton of volume, which creates more popularity and gets more people into the actual position because FOMO buying goes on, right? So that's where Shiba Inu is right now. Now, why do I believe that this is even going to make any type of increase? Well, my overall mindset with Shiba Inu is that it is a burn token. It is the complete opposite of what Bitcoin is, where Bitcoin has that scarcity based on the fact that people mine less and less each year. You're going to have less and less each year by the fact that Shiba Inu is burning off coins every single year, every day, basically. And I think we're going to get to a point to where we're actually burning off quite a bit, not only burning off the amount that we need to hit my level in 10 years, but to actually see this hit a level that I think it can get to a lot faster. So burning off, instead of 150 billion per day, you're going to be burning off 300 billion or 500 billion per day, depending on how many burn rates actually go on. Understand that right now in the news, there's a ton of burn rates that are actually happening. When it comes to, my video that's out there where I'm burning off Shiba Inu, it's not a bunch, but it is something, which creates another maybe burn video that someone creates, or a burn playlist like we are seeing, or burn parties, right? Where they're burning billions of Shiba Inu coin. So, I mean, you're creating these burn rates to essentially lower the price. And I think that's the idea with Shiba Inu that people underestimate. They see what the price is now, what the circulating supply is now, and they're like, it can never get there. But I think the complete opposite, because of the fact that they are burning off tokens. So that's my idea of how it can get there. Now, let's understand the process on, understanding exactly each level that we're going to see that drop by. Now, it could be per quarter, it could be per year, it could be, per month, right? You never know how the burn rate's going to happen. But if we factor in any type of burn rate, whether you're looking at the spreadsheet and seeing it by year one, or looking at year one, quarter one, or year one, year two, year three, year four, or whatever you're actually looking at, let's say there is a 30% burn rate throughout each quarter, right? That's what we're looking at. Whatever the time period is, it doesn't matter. What matters is the supply at these points, right? And the prices at these points. Based on a $20 billion market cap, which I think will be a lot higher, you're looking at a lot of these points at some of these supply levels. Now, don't even worry about the supply levels at this point. Only care about the price, because no matter what happens if it takes 2 years to get to a certain price or 1 year to a certain price. I'm going to end up making these moves no matter what at a lot of these prices. So let's go ahead and jump into this. If we see that I'm holding a total in the beginning of 120 million, that's what I plan on holding, 120 million. Currently, I'm holding 60 million, 60.7 million. I haven't gotten around to buying the last $1,500 or $2,000 worth. So it's about $3,500 ish that I would have in total to have 120 million. And that's what I'm looking to hold as a whole. Now, when I hold this, I have plans to sell on the way up. Most people will find a way, or they're like, hey, if it loses a zero right here, I'm going to sell a big portion of it. So then they end up selling a big portion of it. I think the burn is still going to happen. So we're going to get through all of these years, all of these quarters, and we're going to get all the way to about this point, to where it's at the half a cent mark. The half a cent mark, I will have $600,790.96. Right? That's how much I would have if I multiplied the amount of coins that I have by the price. So $600,000 is phenomenal. I will take it. It's not that I'm going to take out everything. What I'm actually going to do is wait a little bit to get to that 0.7 mark. The 0.7 mark is really interesting because when you see it get to one cent, a lot of people start to resist, but I'm going to do it before that point. So 0.07 is where I'm actually going to take out a portion of it, and it's going to be about 20,000 coins. So if I multiply 20,000 coins by the price, I'm going to get about $140,000. Now, that's where I'll take that and put it into other positions and see what I can get there. Now, that will be something I'm going to have to pay taxes on. Hopefully it's long term. If it happens over a number of years, that would be great. But right now, $140,000, if you look at the balance, that's how much we will have there. Now, you get to the next point, right? And you're going to see basically the end balance and everything like that, but you're going to see exactly what I'm thinking. So we get to the next point to where I'm actually going to maybe make a move, and it's going to be right around that 1 cent mark. Once it does surpass the 1 cent mark, that's where I will make another move, taking out $20,000. Now that's not or 20,000 coins, which would be $204,000. So total that I would have in that instance would be $347 and $347,000, worth of Shiba that I would end up cashing out. And people are probably like, hey, why are you taking it back to back? Well, I actually think there's going to be a pullback before 1 cent, and then we're going to see that surpass 1 cent after a little bit. So in order to capitalize on that pullback, I will take maybe some of the 140,000. I actually will probably put it back in there. But for the sake of this whole thing, let's just say I'm continuing to take things out. So I'm going to take the 140. I'm going to put it into other positions. I take $204 worth, and now I'm sitting on about 80,000 coins left over. 80,000 coins left over will be worth about $1.2 million. Now, I'm not doing anything there. I'm not doing anything in the next point. I'm not doing anything at 2 cents. I'm actually waiting to get to about 4 cents to make a move. It's going to be about $3.4 million, and I'll take out about $800,000 at that point. Now, that is going to be something that I sit on for a while because I'll be able to put it in other areas that I want to, whether it's crypto or long-term investments. I can do that. But that will still leave me with 60,000 coins. And if it's still increasing and finding a way to increase, that will consistently increase here. And what you're going to see is we get to about 12 cents. And that's going to be $7.4 million at 60,000 coins, or 60 million coins. And I'm basically at that point, I'm going to take out another 20 million coins, which will be worth about $2.4 million. Then leaving about 40 million in there, you still have that room to grow. Now, I think we will see resistance points at some of these levels. We will see it. It makes sense to see it. And I just don't know exactly how long it will take to get to those points. It all matters about the price right now. Now, when we see the next point is going to be around 25 cents. When you see that 25 cents, it's going to be worth around $10 million, or close to $10 million, exactly $10 million actually. So that's great. If it's actually exactly at 25 cents, that will be phenomenal. So what I'm going to do is take out another $2.5 million worth. That's going to leave about 30 million in there. Now, remember, like I said, I'm never going to sell everything. Never going to sell absolutely everything. I'm always going to leave something in there because you never know what it could be. It could be something huge by the end. And if I profit, $36 million or $50 million or whatever out of it, that's great and all. But then I can also have that. I mean, that's amazing. First of all, I'm not going to say it's just great and all and bypass that. I still will have $1 million left in there. I believe I'm going to have $5 million at the end, but you could see here, we have different points at 50 cents, at $1, at $3. I understand how people think that this cannot get to some of these levels, but understand what a burn rate is. If it has no minimum that it can get to, that means that they can burn off coins indefinitely. It's not like it's kind of, you're looking at it instead of, adding an inflation, like you're taking away coins, adding value to the coins as you're taking away coins. So instead of Dogecoin increasing it by 5.2 billion, we're decreasing Shiba by 150 billion or 300 billion, or however many per year, right? So, and then it starts to dissipate. It starts to get lower and lower, and then we start to see higher prices. And if you're holding 1 million coins at some of these higher prices, that just gets to be a phenomenal price, and you just make so much money out of it just because you saw where this can actually get to. So anyways, so we get down to this point where we have 10 million coins left at $3, and that's $30 million. I'm going to take out half of it at $5 million. Or at 5 million coins, and that's going to be $15 million that I take out, which equals to $36,179,862.61. So that's my overall plan. Now, will it work out that way? Probably not. There will be, things to where I add to different positions. It may end up taking years and years and years for this to actually play out. But the reason why I decided that I'm going to take profit throughout is because you can put things in other investments that could potentially blow up as well, and then give you more and more as you're waiting for Shiba Inu to get to its final price, which I don't think it will ever be over. That's why I'm always going to hold. And in the end, not 5 million. That's going to be something where I end up taking a profit maybe at $10 or $20. But when it comes to the point where I have 1 million left, I'm going to start selling very small portions of it because I think it's going to be massive as you do see more and more coins burn off. And this is just all my opinion, right? And again, you could take it all with a grain of salt, but what I'm thinking is that we're always going to see this burn off, and whether it takes, 2 years or whether it takes 50 years, I'm going to be playing this out as best as I possibly can to see it get to some of these levels. And I don't think it will just, automatically lose, popularity. I think we're going to consistently burn off Shiba. And as time goes on, they're going to burn off more and more and more. And we're going to see it get to these prices. And then people are going to be like, damn, I missed out on a great opportunity because, I saw this, right? I saw it. And, they just didn't make the move, right? And I'm not saying that you physically have to. I'm not saying that you have to invest everything that you own. It's just something where it's like, I don't want to pass up this opportunity. I don't, because the opportunity could be big. It could obviously flop. Anything could happen. You never know what could happen. It can obviously flop. But the point that you want to take from this is that it could happen, right? And I want you to start thinking positively. While a bunch of other people are saying, hey, this can't do it, this can't get there. They said the same thing about Bitcoin. They said the same thing about Ethereum getting to where it is now. They said the same thing about Dogecoin, where it was and where it is, right? They said so many different negative things about a lot of these investments, and people will just try and shoot you in the foot and say that it's horrible and keep poking at you and say, this is a horrible investment. Get out of the position now. And you won't believe in yourself as you are in that investment. What I'm saying is that believe in yourself, believe in whatever you decide to put your money into, right? If you don't believe in it, don't go into it. But if you truly do believe it, don't let anyone talk you out of it, because that's stupid, right? They're making their own investments for a reason. They may be making their own bad decisions for a reason. You make your own decision. You are your own person, and you have your own brain and everything like that. So that's what I have to say to you guys. Hopefully you respect my opinion, because it is an opinion. Again, it could go against me. It could go with me. You never know. But I'm gonna take it as it is, because it's a $3,500 investment that has so much upside to make millions of dollars. So anyways, I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.